Have you ever stopped and truly felt the weight of eternity? Not the fleeting end of life, not the quiet finality of death, but the infinite stretch of time beyond comprehension. Most of us fear death, the end of our personal story. Yet, if we are honest, the thought of eternity, the endless, the unbounded, the timeless, often terrifies us even more. Why is that? Why does the endless feel heavier than the finite? Why does the infinite haunt our minds more than the ultimate conclusion of existence? Today, we are going to explore this profound question, a question that touches the deepest corners of human consciousness, spirituality, and our understanding of life itself. The idea of eternity is as old as human thought itself. Philosophers, mystics, and sages across cultures have wrestled with the notion of endless existence. Eternity is not just about infinite time, it is about infinite awareness, infinite experience, infinite self. Understanding our fear of eternity is not merely an intellectual exercise. It is a journey into the heart of what it means to be human, to confront the boundless, and to navigate the tension between our temporal lives and the infinite horizon. This reflection shapes how we live, how we perceive life and death, and how we approach the mysteries that lie beyond the material world. We fear endings because they are unknown, yes, but endings are finite. They have boundaries. They are a story with a last page, a journey with a destination. Eternity, however, has no boundaries. It stretches beyond comprehension, beyond imagination, beyond comfort. That is why it awakens a primal fear in us, a fear that is subtle, pervasive, and deeply existential. To confront our fear, we must first understand what eternity represents. Eternity is not merely endless time. It is timelessness. It is the experience of existence without cessation. Philosophers have long debated whether eternity is a state of being or a state of consciousness. In spiritual traditions, eternity is often associated with the divine, the infinite, the ultimate reality that transcends our ordinary perception. It is a state in which individuality and temporality dissolve into a greater whole. But paradoxically, the closer we imagine ourselves to this infinite expanse, the more we are confronted by the vastness of our own awareness and the sheer weight of unending existence. We fear eternity because it strips away the familiar anchors of life: birth, growth, decay, and death. In eternity, there is no beginning, no end, only existence itself. And for finite beings like us, this can feel overwhelmingly alien, even threatening. Death is finite. It is a moment. We can visualize it, we can prepare for it, we can imagine the end of our story. But eternity is boundless. It is infinite consciousness, infinite time, infinite possibility. The human mind, conditioned by beginnings and endings, struggles to comprehend the infinite. Psychologically, we are wired to understand life in terms of cycles: birth, growth, experience, and death. Eternity breaks this pattern. It challenges our mental constructs and forces us to confront the incomprehensible. This confrontation awakens deep anxiety. We fear the endless because it exposes the limits of our understanding, our control, and even our identity. In mystical teachings, this fear is often described as the terror of infinity. The infinite is not hostile, but it is vast, mysterious, and beyond our capacity to contain. When we imagine eternal existence, we are forced to confront our own smallness, our finitude, and the delicate nature of our temporal identities. Philosophers from Plato to Heidegger have reflected on eternity and human perception. Plato spoke of the eternal forms, a timeless reality beyond the material world, while Heidegger warned that human anxiety arises when we confront the infinite possibilities of existence. Spiritual traditions often frame eternity as a state of union with the divine. In many teachings, fear of eternity is not a flaw but a sign of unawakened consciousness. The infinite is not to be conquered. It is to be experienced with awareness, presence, and acceptance. Consider the mystical notion of timeless awareness. When we fear eternity, we resist the boundless nature of being. When we embrace it, we awaken to the vastness of consciousness, the richness of existence beyond limits, and the profound depth of life itself. Here is the paradox. We fear the end, yet we fear what comes after even more. Endings are known quantities, but infinity is an unknown horizon. In a sense, our fear of eternity is a fear of the self, the enduring consciousness that remains after all else has ceased. This fear is not merely intellectual, it is existential. It reflects our struggle to reconcile our temporal existence with the notion of infinite being. It challenges us to expand our minds, awaken our consciousness, and confront the sublime mystery of existence itself. Yet in this fear lies an opportunity. The very awareness of eternity allows us to live more fully in the present. The infinite is not a trap but an invitation, a call to awaken to the profound depth and wonder of being, to engage consciously with life, and to transcend the limitations of ordinary perception. How can we approach eternity without fear? By cultivating presence, awareness, and acceptance. By understanding that eternity is not a threat but a continuum of experience that extends beyond our limited comprehension. By embracing the infinite in small ways, through mindfulness, meditation, creativity, and connection with the divine. The fear of eternity teaches us humility, patience, and courage. It reminds us that our lives are precious not because they end, but because they are moments within the infinite. The key is not to escape eternity, but to awaken to it, to live consciously within its vast embrace, and to find freedom in the infinite horizon. Now I invite you to reflect, Do you fear the end of life or the endlessness that may follow? How does this perspective shape the way you live, dream, and connect with the world? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your reflections can spark insight and dialogue for others navigating the mysteries of eternity, consciousness, and existence. To continue exploring these profound questions, subscribe to my newsletter. Each week, we delve into the deepest mysteries of life, purpose, and spiritual awakening, guiding you toward a more conscious and fearless way of being. We fear eternity more than the end because the infinite challenges the very limits of our understanding. It is not a threat to life itself, but a mirror reflecting the boundless nature of consciousness, awareness, and existence. Yet within this fear lies profound opportunity. The infinite invites awakening, conscious engagement, and presence. It calls us to transcend the limitations of ordinary perception and embrace the vastness of life with courage, curiosity, and grace. Do not fear eternity, embrace it. Let it guide you to live fully, love deeply, and awaken to the infinite potential of your own being. In this lies the true liberation, the deepest purpose, and the ultimate freedom of consciousness.